How's it going, everybody? Drop my pen. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing okay today. I know everybody's busy here with their families doing stuff. I'm about to go jog a couple of miles and take a shower and eat something and, have fun. I hope everybody's having a great day. Thanks for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. And I'll drop my pen. Really, 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 really appreciate everybody hitting like, because that helps the channel, go out there. Thanks for everybody showing up. I know y'all got lives and things to do. Give everybody a chance to get in here, all my Millions fans. We're just gonna talk about anything y'all want to talk about. The ruling, the new FTC ruling. If you want to talk about that, we could. I got some updates, so I'm gonna just give it to you. I know a lot of families, man. They're kind of worrying about the YouTube, the FTC ruling. I know that's really, really bad and scary. Hey, hold on, Christina. Hola, cómo está? And with that new ruling, a lot of families think that they're not going to make money. It's not like that. The thing is, the grown-up channels, if you have kids on there and kids content, it will disable your content and your notifications. It will disable that, if they see any kids on there, because as of like back in the middle of the summer, beginning of the summer, YouTube was going through that lawsuit thing. And a lot of people, were being, whenever they saw the channels with the comments disabled, it was because of they had kids on there. I remember Mickey XO had that, where her kids showed up and, they were swimming. And even though it's a grown-up channel, they disabled the comments because of that. That was part of that new agreement with the FTC ruling, that they, have to disable the comments and they have to disable the notifications, if you have kids on there. You know what I mean? But I know you guys are really worried about notifications on your channel, right? And, having the comments disabled. Of course, if you have the comments disabled, you can get super chat. And a lot of channels here, they depend on the super chat. You know what I mean? Like when they get monetized, you will get monetized. You know what I mean? You depend on the comments for the super chat. But besides that, we all, we talk about the algorithm and how that works. So, if you already monetize, right? Like a lot of channels that come here, my channel is to help small channels learn. If you already monetize, you already know this stuff. Hello, hey Russell, how you doing, Raven? And you don't have to worry about learning about algorithms and stuff. And my channel is I keep it small, but it doesn't matter. Even if I have 1 million subscribers, it'll be kind of the same basic content. It'll be talking about information. And with this new thing that happened, and a lot of families, they was asking me the same thing. The family channels, they think they're going to lose a lot of money, but in reality, they won't. If you're already established and you have monetization, you still, I'll explain it, why you're not going to lose money, with this new ruling. But my channel is to help you grow from 0 to 1,000 the smart way. So even if you're, new here, this information is important, because once you get monetized, and if you're a family channel, you understand all this, and you'll be prepared. So basically, YouTube got sued because a lot of people was complaining to YouTube that there was a lot of advertisement on their family channels, on the kids channels, that kind of didn't pertain to kids. You know what I mean? And so YouTube had to do something about it because the Federal Trade Commission and the Child Online Protection Agency said, hey, you know what, this is wrong. These are kids, and you have to, be aware for their safety, that, you just can't give out information, from these kids channels. So YouTube had to pay like $170 million to the FTC, as a punishment, which that's chump change, I know. But it's the act of why they did it. That's more important. It doesn't matter if it's $1 million, it could be $1, but they still got in trouble for that. And, and they also, hey, Jay, wow, that's Jay. How you doing? Just one letter, huh, Jay? And, so they got in trouble for that, even through the state of New York. They sued them. The state of New York also sued. They had to pay the state of New York, and so it's like a lot of they got like in a lot of trouble for that, and a lot of families, they got scared that well, they're not going to get monetized now. Oh, we're not going to make money, and so a lot of people was concerned about that, and it's true. Like it is kind of hitting the kids' families' channels, but not the way everybody thinks. You have 4 months to go back in your old videos and your whole video library, and if you have kids in there, you have to let YouTube know, or fix your channel accordingly. One letter is cool. I like that, Jay. And so you have to go back to your library, right? You got like 4 months, January 1st of January, and fix up your channel if you have kids on the videos, because YouTube's going to prepare those videos for proper advertisement and proper information gathering. So you have to let them know if there's kids in there, and if you don't, YouTube, they'll penalize you. But then more importantly, so with the FTC. They're real important. They're big time. The Federal Trade Commission and COPA, the Child Online Protection, they protect kids, the Children Online Protection Agency. They will come after you if you're kind of faking it. So you got to let YouTube know by just, whenever you in your videos that you have with the kids on them, just put a description. This YouTube is intended for, this video is intended for kids. Describe it and let YouTube know what's in there, because the software will be looking, and it's going to react to those videos, like disabling comments, maybe penalizing you, and who knows what else. So be aware that YouTube, they're going to step up the game to protect the kids. So that's all that is. It's not major. What you have to be aware is that, don't be scared. Like all these channels that have, family channels, don't be scared that you're gonna get demonetized and all that. YouTube is working on it. Hey, Colorado, for 4 months now, and they're gonna keep everybody updated on what the procedure is. To protect your family channel. YouTube is gonna be working on that, and my channel is geared to helping the smaller channels to get to 1,000. So if you do have a family channel with kids on there, it's okay. Just put in the description that, either you're going to have kids in there, and if you have kids on there and you're doing kid stuff, let YouTube know in the description what you're doing in that video. So like that, you won't be in trouble. Not only that, but YouTube needs to know so they could like properly send information, gather information and send, the proper advertisement to that channel, so, don't worry. Like YouTube is going to try to fix things. So, I know that I always say that notifications bring traffic, that the algorithm, has to, there's a notifications algorithm, there's a suggestions algorithm, a comments algorithm, and all of that brings traffic for minutes and hours and all that, which is important. But it's not like real big. In other words, if you have a family channel and your notification is disabled, in reality, it's not major. You will still get your family channel exposed, but it's just like your it's not like real major. You will still get exposure, and you will still get suggestions from YouTube, but not on a major scale, like in terms of what you're getting right now. But it's not going to have a major impact. YouTube will still notify your subscribers that you have a video, but it's up to you to describe it properly so you don't get in trouble. So the new update says that the comments, will be disabled, but there will not be a major force in terms of the family channels, right? The family channels will still have advertisement on there, and the family channels will still, um, you know, man, they're not going to be impacted like the way it sounds. Um, and if anything, you'll probably get even more money off of YouTube, because if you put your kids content on YouTube, on the application, on YouTube Kids application, and if you designate pressing the right button, letting YouTube know that you're going to have kids content on there, that's going to reward you even more, because the advertisers, you know it's geared towards that, in terms of your products in the kids channel. If you have it in a grown-up channel, the only thing is that the products ain't gonna pertain to the kids. Yeah, they'll probably bring more money to you, but it's just wrong, because some of the products are not geared, and some of the information gathering is not proper, but because of the safety thing. But if you press the right button and let YouTube know that you're having your channel have kids content, then your ads will be placed on there. And don't forget, those ads bring a lot of money, and especially now, since your channel will be geared towards that as a family channel, your channel, due to the supply demand of it, your channel will bring more advertisement. YouTube right now is going after corporations geared towards kids products right now, and to prepare themselves in 4 months from now to give you more revenue. YouTube is going to make your family channel more productive, because of the fact that you was getting money from the adult side of ads, right? You're on your kids channels, but now it would be geared towards toys and food related to kids. All of your products would be related to your kids channel in terms of advertisement. So you'll get even more money, if not more money, even though your comments might be disabled and so forth. But when you put your channel and your kids in there, and you let YouTube know what's going on, it will gear it towards that advertisement, and you will get more money. I'm hoping I'm making sense to you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are worried about, not having money for your family channel, and not being able to get comments and all that. So the thing is, when you have comments on the kids channels, a majority of the comments are like from grown-ups that got bad things in their minds. You know what I mean? A large percentage of the comments on the kids channels are very, very bad. So YouTube, for the sake of safety, is going to disable that. It has nothing to do with it affecting your money. And don't forget that your comments have been disabled for a lot of months now, since summer. When my other channel got suspended back in April, I talked about all this. I was letting you know about what was going to happen in terms of comments and things like that on kids channels. I know that I talk a lot of stuff that's kind of boring and not like, but if you go back to my channel, it's like 10 minutes long on my video, you could hear me telling you that all this was going to happen, on the family channels and then YouTube all around. But the thing is, now YouTube got sued, and they really got to make this happen, real fast. That's the only difference. But this was happening since back in April, like since my other channel got suspended. You know what I mean? So, um, I know, and it's real bad. A lot of people on here is really worried. Now, the data collection, which was illegal, by YouTube from the kids' channels, or the kids' content. Whenever you make a video, let YouTube know there's going to be, hey, there's going to be kids on there. Let them know that your content is going to have kids. So like that, YouTube could prepare. But YouTube is not going to, because of the ruling, FTC ruling, they're not going to collect content on kids' channels no more. So they're not even going to ask you for permission like they were supposed to. The update says like right now, and they're not going to do that. What they're going to do is, are YouTube messed up? So YouTube messed up, and we suffer. Well, no, because see, it's a safety thing. Um, I know, and it sounds like, yeah, YouTube, every time they do something, we're small channels. Well, some of us are trying to grow. So, because we network and, everybody's trying to get subscribers and friends and watch hours. When you're trying to get watch hours, it can affect you. But at the end of the day, it doesn't. See, YouTube will fix it because they get a lot of money off of kids' channels. And like right now, a large percentage, like 60 or 70% of YouTubers watching YouTube is like little kids under 13. You know what I mean? They're watching it by a lot. And that's what YouTube, that's how they get paid, right? That's how the advertisers see that. They see people's watching on the platform. Remember that? And they reward it. But then see, the thing is, these are little kids and the information is being gathered. So now that's going to stop. So when little kids watch YouTube, right, what they do now is they can't collect that information no more. Thank you, Amy. So they don't want the information no more. I mean, they won't collect it no more. That's part of the agreement. And like if you got kids under 13, and see, the thing is, this is not YouTube EGA, this is not YouTube's fault, right? Um, this is the parents' fault to some extent. This sounds terrible, but see, when YouTube was invented, right, it was meant for kids above 13. If you was above 13 and you had to prove it with your age, you'll get a channel, but you had to be over 13. You know what I mean? And what happens is, through the years, a lot of kids over 13 was watching, but so was a lot of kids under like 10, 5 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old, right? Watching cartoons for hours and hours. YouTube loves that. See, YouTube knew that people was watching, and they knew there were some under 13. And if you have kids under 13 watching, what happens is YouTube have to be aware when they collect data, right? Because the law, the Child Online Protection Act, says that if you got kids under 13, you cannot get their information, like their personal stuff. And when they log in, they're like 5, 6, 7 years old. Parents, right? And again, I don't mean to sound bad, but parents sign these little kids up because they're entertained 5, 6 hours watching YouTube cartoons, right? Now YouTube becomes a nanny. You know what I mean? YouTube is a babysitter, and these parents, without knowing that YouTube got to follow regulations, right? That if you're under 13, you can't get information, but the parents probably lie to get that channel for the kid. There's only 5. And see, so this is not YouTube's fault. And I'm not blaming people and saying that this is the parents' fault, but we have to be for real here. You know what I mean? We have to be for real that, when parents, and I'm not trying to under AGA. Hey Donna, how you doing? EAPG TV. I didn't mean to say, I know you said when YouTube messed up, we suffer. At the end of the day, it's not YouTube to some extent. What started this was that the algorithm changed in 2013, right? It became a Google Brain, artificial intelligence. And it went by history. Remember what we talked about this? When you watch a video, right, it went by history of what you like. So YouTube was not learning the channel. It was just watching, like, let's say if you gave your kid a channel and you went on there looking at fishing equipment, now it knew by history that you was watching for fishing equipment or men's pants and shirts, right? Now your kid came on and he's on that channel and that YouTube became a babysitter, right? YouTube is now a babysitter for the kids, for your kids, because we all know that sometimes life happens and it's hard to watch kids. So what parents did in the last 8 years was they, since 2013, put kids channels, and YouTube is rolling along and bringing in views and getting a lot of money. And YouTube goes to companies and say, hey, we have kids that's 13 that's good for this right here. But they don't understand, they understood, but to some extent, they may have overlooked the fact that a lot of percentage of the kids like are under 13. So when they went selling, asking for products and stuff and contracts for big corporations, right? These kids were under 13, and by law, they can't do that. So, YouTube makes billions from advertisement, and they just kept going with it, thinking that, YouTube and people may not catch on. If you have a little kid and he's watching something on YouTube and it's not pertaining to him, a lot of other parents started seeing that. They were like, wait a minute, what's this? My kid is watching this and that's not. But at the same time, the parents got to realize that YouTube was made for kids over 13, right? But now parents came along and said, hey, this YouTube thing is great. My kids will be entertained for 5 hours watching cartoons on YouTube. So I'm going to go shopping. I'm going to go wash the clothes. He's going to be watching TV. Like latchkey kids, they come home, there's no parents, and they sit there. Well, they watch cartoons and whatever. And then when the parents come home, they start doing the homework. But the thing is, YouTube was used for that. So it's not YouTube's fault what happened. According to analysis, and that's why YouTube was not in real big trouble, because of the fact that these things got to be observed. And YouTube said, I'm sorry, we will watch that and fix it, because of the fact that, the parents kind of messed up. And I'm not blaming the parents. I'm just giving my opinion through analysis of others that work on YouTube and how this. So the new update says that they're not going to ask for permission for your kid for stuff. Now they're not going to collect kids' data under 13 on the channel. But if you have a channel and if your kid is under 13, you're going to have to push a button that says this channel has kids content. If you're talking about a toy with the kids there, this channel has kids content. You know what I mean? So like that, YouTube could put the proper advertisement and the proper collection. Because if your kids channel your grown-up channel has kids content, it won't be able to collect personal information. And that's the whole thing now. If anybody has any questions about that, because like I said, I'll talk for the first 20 minutes and then good night. Hey, good evening. Hello, good night. Good night, Justino. So, at the end of the day, it's real important, to know how things work. You know what I mean? You got 4 months. 4 months. Um, YouTube is gonna pay $400 million to have like to pay creators on how to fix your channel. And true, YouTube can only PG so much things. Parents still have to be parents. Yeah, and the thing is that parents, right? They go out and they got to do things, and YouTube is the parents now. You know what I mean? And YouTube was not made for that. So but it's okay. I mean, it's not like they're not YouTube. Um, Now what happens is you got to push that and let people know. You got to certify the self certification with the algorithm. The self certification means you got to press those buttons. If not, the algorithm is automatically going to do stuff to flag your channel, right? And if it's like a grown-up channel with kids stuff in there, and you want to get grown-up advertisement with the kids, you're gonna be in trouble because the kids that's under 13 may be in there. But you gotta let YouTube know with the self-certification that you're gonna be doing that your kids are on there, so you don't get in trouble. And there's a lot of humans gonna be watching it too. They're gonna be watching when you get flagged, if it's if this kid is in there or not. Thank you. So just make sure if you have a kids channel or your kids has been in there, review your whole library, review all your videos. The faster you do that, the faster YouTube will approve those videos and they won't flag them. Just go in there. If you have any kids in there, under 13 or any kids content, do it right now. You have 4 months for that. Go in there and watch them and then just describe it and let YouTube know. That way it'll improve your viewership. YouTube won't hinder anything. You get your views on your old videos and all that. Go there and make sure you describe them properly. You got like till January. They're gonna open up $100 million fund. Well, Google and YouTube to help families and creators make up family channels on a better basis. They're gonna put that into YouTube to help you, with tools and things like that to help your channel. So see, YouTube is not going to abandon family channels because they make a lot of money off of that. So now if you do have my 15-year-old son may want to do a gaming channel, I have a lot to learn. Well, yeah, I mean, he's over 13, so that's good. And just make sure that when he's in there, press that button. Of course, those advertisements to your 15-year-old son would be great because now you're getting scattered advertisement and not probably high paying advertisement, for your gaming channel for your kid. But if you press that button, all of the top toy companies and food companies, anything for kids, it's the same thing like McDonald's. You know how many grown-ups eat in McDonald's, right? You know what I'm saying? But as a clown, the advertisement is with the clowns, with the toys, with the Happy Meal. McDonald's grabs kids at an early age. Happy Meal, right? Why not just name it a regular meal, right? But no, they put kids Happy Meal, toys inside. Kids are getting hooked on to McDonald's. Then they grow up and make McDonald's millions along with their family, and it's a chain. But see how it's geared with the toys? You know what I'm saying? All right. The thing is, YouTube wants your channel to succeed. They want you to get money. Hold up for a minute. I gotta check something outside. Don't hang up, guys. I know my millions of fans here. Don't hang up. Sorry, somebody outside. All right. See, the thing is, sorry about that, guys. When somebody was outside, I'm here in Ohio. See, I think about Disney, right? Disney Channel, right? When they do advertisement, right? Because it's a kids family channel or Nickelodeon, they have all these super lawyers that deal with the FTC, Federal Trade Commission, right? So whenever they put advertisement on the kids channels in Disney, Nickelodeon, um, they go through all these lawyers to make sure that their content, their TV shows, their advertisement related to the TV shows complies because the channel is geared towards kids, right? And what happens is the laws and all that has to be followed, you know, to protect the kids. So all of this high power stuff with lawyers and accountants is behind the scenes before anything is approved and is showed on television. Now, when YouTube came along and, YouTube knew the laws and all that, so they put the minimum rating of 13 because anything under 13, above 13, does not have to comply with the Child Online Protection Act. So YouTube knew that. So they used that age to start and make YouTube's kids, approve YouTube thing, right? They used that cutoff right there, 13. So when YouTube came along, right, and all these 13-year-old kids was on there, they didn't expect for parents to use YouTube as a nanny service. You know what I'm saying? They didn't expect for little kids 5 years old, 3 years old to get on YouTube and watch cartoons for 10 hours a day as the parents did whatever it is they do. You see, a large percentage of parents do that. They use YouTube. See, so the laws that YouTube was using, they were compliant because the kids were over 13 when YouTube developed the platform, right? They over 13. So now, just like Disney and Nickelodeon, they follow the rules to protect kids. YouTube was following the rules, but now along comes the parents putting in little kids. YouTube didn't expect that. And as time evolved, that's what got YouTube in trouble because the under 13-year-old kids that was binge watching, right? They were watching all kinds of cartoons and all that. Well, guess what? A lot of information gathering, they were treating them like they were over 13. Do you see what I'm saying? Or an adult channel, because now these kids were watching, 24 hours a day, whatever. 10 hours a day, 5 hours a day. This is what got them in trouble. YouTube was complying with the rules, but at the same time, they may have ignored them a little bit just to make more money. And now, they got in trouble for that. And of course, they may have ignored the rules. And as a business person, I'm looking at it like this. They made billions ignoring that rule, and they got hit with a little teeny weeny fine of 170 million. You know what I mean? So it's like they know what they're doing. And it's fine. I'm not judging YouTube, but the smart people behind that could have stopped this once they realized that it's little kids in there. You're wondering, well, how is that possible? Because they got humans, and they see that a channel that has a 5 or 6 year old kid has 15 million subscribers. They could see that, and the channel content is geared on that kid. They could see that the kid is under 13. So if they really, really, really cared, they could have said, well, you know what? We got to gear this advertisement and stop it or do something. Notify the parents that we're going to use this kid's information to get products, personalized ads and all that. See, but they didn't do that. And again, I'm not, that's why my channel doesn't get pumped a lot, because sometimes I tell you the truth. But as a business person, I understand. What they did was they kind of said, what you don't know won't hurt you. You know the expression? What they don't know, what you don't know ain't going to hurt you. And that's what YouTube did. Like, a lot of parents didn't know this, so they just kept on. They went ahead to big corporations and asked for, to do accounts and got a lot of big contracts telling them that the kids were over at 13, because that, of course, everybody knows that anything under 13, they're not complying, and they need like a lot of in-between stuff to be compliant. It's more complicated. So that's why YouTube brought along the kids application. The problem is that the kids application, the kids app, is like cartoonish. And you know how kids are when they're 13, 12, and all that. They want to be with the cool kids. And that's why they wanted to be with the main YouTube channels, because they were more popular and all that. So they didn't want to be with a cartoonish, you know, like a little kiddie app. So most of the teenagers kept going to the bigger channel, but most of them were 9, 10 years old too. And of course, the parents utilized their kids, you know, activities to make money, and all that happened. And then of course the nanny, you know, babysitting thing. So, you know, YouTube, you know, it's a great place, but they got to be aware of the things they do, you know, for the sake of safety. And that's what all this is about. So YouTube's going to put $100 million in a fund to help creators here on YouTube. They did this last time. I think it was 400 million, and they spent all that money on this channel because, you know, they were in trouble. And but all these creators now are gone. A majority of them, you know, it's like they spend all that. Well, of course, that's chump change, you know. And YouTube is smart. They invest 400, make billions. You know what I mean? They knew about it back then. They still kept doing it, right? And they figured, well, we still made billions for our stockholders, right? And we're only going to get like a little fine. You know, it's like when you park illegally and there's no other place to park and it's right in front of the store. You'd rather get a $20 ticket, get hit, you know, because that's a fine. That's like not right. That's a penalty. So now you get a $20 ticket, but now you went shopping and it was convenient. It's like you paid for $20 parking, unless if you get towed. You know, YouTube doesn't want to get towed. They don't want to go away. So what they do is they pay these fines. Then they put these programs up for $100 million fund to help creators. They'll put things up to kind of, you know, let them know that they're on it. Like if you go to a place, to a store, and you park illegally and you get a ticket, you know that the second time, you know, the second ticket, if you leave it there too long, you're going to get towed. You know what I mean? So now YouTube is doing the same thing. They're aware of the penalties because they got all these super lawyers, all of these smart people. They know the rules. And that's what happened right here. They made billions and just paid the parking ticket. They don't want to get towed, so now they're paying. They're going to put like a button on here that let the families know they're going to have kids content on that video and things like that. So even if you're a grown up on the main channel, if you're going to have kids on there, you got to let them know by hitting that button. You know what I mean? It's like a child content declaration button. You got the product placement declaration button, you know, when you're going to do product reviews to let YouTube know. Now you're going to have that button in there too, the child content declaration button. You press that and it'll show this video has child content. So people be aware of it, you know, and YouTube be aware of it, advertisers and all that. Hey, Amy, they also remove hundreds of thousands of videos from the kids app. There's a lot of grown-ups in there watching kids and being perverted and, you know, doing comments and all that. So they disabled the comments, you know, a few months ago. So now YouTube removed thousands of videos from there. You know, there's inappropriately put in there, you know, without the contents ID and all that. All those channels, they removed. You know, they took all those videos out of there and put them in the right place. But don't worry, you know, if you're business, if the supply goes down, you're gonna get paid, right? The supply goes down, You're gonna get paid because it's a little bit of it, right? That's a little bit of money. If there's a little bit of food, you're gonna pay a lot for that little bit of food because it's only a little bit. But if it's a whole bunch of food, you pay cheap, right? If there's a whole bunch of, I'm gonna go jogging in a few hours. If there's a whole bunch of pre-workout, I'm only gonna pay a nickel for this. But if it's only a little bit, I'll pay a lot. So now the YouTube channel is the same way. All of these family channels, hello, how's it doing, mana? Don't worry about it because of the fact that you went away from the big channel with the supply is at, right? All those advertisements. Don't worry. The kids channel brings a lot of money to YouTube. The kids channels bring a bunch of money. So now because of the fact that there's a little bit of advertisement, advertisers going to pay a lot for your family channel. This is the good news because your advertisers on the main channel is gone and you're not making that big money, right? Because of the fact that there's a little bit of advertisement need and supply and all that. Your family channel, all these toy companies, all this food for kids company, anything, books, book bags, clothes, sneakers, they're going to come to your channel paying even more for your AdSense. Know what I mean? That's good. Supply and demand. See, so any kids content, no more personalized ads. None. So you're like, oh man, now I'm not going to make money. No more personalized ads. No more comments, notifications. Again, if you're growing your channel, if you're already monetized, you don't really need comments, right? Except for the super chat. You don't really need notifications algorithm for hours because, that's limited. If you got a good content on your channel, you don't really need YouTube to advertise you. They'll find you. You're still going to have the notification system, but not, on that basis of like reaching all like different crap. It'll be specialized to kids audiences. It'll be specialized to kids advertisement, which is going to bring you more money. So you don't got to worry about bringing your kids into your, a lot of times I get subscribers and I go in there and it's like an adult talking to me. And then when I go to the channel, it's like 5-year-old kids. I'm like, and I told you this last April, you could get in trouble for that. You could, because when you say stuff, they're in there and the algorithm hears that and it's confused. So now that confusion will be minimized because the algorithm now, it learns you. It's not the algorithm doesn't go by history. It's like learning you. So because of that, you're going to get better. And don't forget, you're going to leave the big channel. You're going to get more money for your family channel. You know what I mean? Your family channel is going to get bigger ad rates. Your CPM is going to go from $2 to $5, $6, $8, $10 CPM, right? So every 1,000 views, you get $10, $20, whatever your CPM may be for your particular channel. And that's dependent upon individual basis. That's a good thing. And we all got to admit, YouTube, they were always, not following the rules, right? There was always kind of, it's okay, you got to do it this way. Sure. Okay, whatever. They were like, okay, whatever. Now they can't do that no more because of the fine. Now they got to be, okay, we're doing it. So that's part of it. Part of it is targeting the kids' content on your videos. You got to let people know you got kids stuff in there. You got like till January, don't forget. They could ask me anything. Yeah, your kids' channel, you'll be fine. You should be your kids' channel. You'll probably even make more. YouTube is going to try to fix that. See, Jay, what happens is your kid's channel, you're still going to get suggestions on the algorithm, right? If you're growing it, you'll still get the minutes and all that. Of course, the comments, he's over 13. It may or may not. It depends. But you're going to get suggestions to the right people. You're not going to get suggestions to these 55-year-old people in the channels and 40-year-old creepy 30-year-old, looking for kids, right? The suggestions will be geared to the proper audience, which will give you the proper AdSense and all that and the proper money. So what they're going to do is work on that part for the next 4 months, to work on the algorithm to so your kid, Jay's gaming channel, will get the proper suggestions. We all know that all these kids channels got, perverts watching them, and they're not 13 years old. YouTube knows that now. The thing is, now they got to act on it because of the fact that the numbers are there. There's a lawsuit. Yeah. And you see how YouTube does that when they're looking for a movie or something, Avengers, and it takes forever just to get like the proper hit on YouTube. You may get like Avengers, Avengers tissue, Avengers clothes, Avengers the movie, Avengers the TV show. Because of the fact that the algorithm will be better suited for your kids channels, you'll get better suggestions now for your kids channel. More money. Like, remember that McDonald's thing? They get you young now. So YouTube with the 13-year-old kids, with the proper as they grow up, they'll stay on YouTube. This is overall good too. This new setup that YouTube gonna have, it'll be better. Like, I love analysis and numbers, so I watch like Matt over at Monster Media, Edward Eves, Roberto Blake. They all love numbers, right? You know that, the Nimmons brothers, Summer, all of these channels that they love that, love studying the algorithm and analysis. This will be even better because now you're not gonna have data coming in from 40-year-old person watching a 5-year-old because he's perverted. So you're going to have true data. And so now you can have better analysis on how your channel is performing with real viewers, not just people that like to see this and that. So the analysis will be more accurate, more better to make your channel grow. Like true numbers. The analysis will be true numbers now, to some extent. Anybody has any questions, let me know. I know it's late. And a lot of the times you're going to get false positives. Don't forget, like fake, like my channel, my first one got suspended. A lot of false positive from the algorithm. Know how to do an appeal. As soon as you get any, if it's false and you're not getting monetized, there's a process for that. Know how to do that. It's real simple. Just go to your page and then appeal it. Have your content channel ID, your URL ready, right? Have that copied and then put it in there because they're going to need that. And once you become monetized and you got a big channel like that, or not big, but whatever, make sure you get a partner manager. Those are real good. They'll give you the proper information now. They're going to have more readily, once you become like a gaming channel with the family and all that. And if you have a partner manager already, a lot of people don't have that. Like, I don't really need one because I love numbers and analysis, and I go, I look it up. But if you're not into all that boring stuff, a partner manager will help you. You know what I mean? Like, you got senior partner managers. A partner manager is just like, once you get monetized and it's free, you ask YouTube, and YouTube will recommend a person that you communicate with to help your channel grow and to follow rules. You can ask them these questions. You know what I mean? They will look it up and find out for you. Partner managers, they're really important. Once you get monetized and you start getting product placements and all that, you want to have these guys because they'll guide your channel. For them. Don't forget, guys, work out. And if you're a big channel already, hey, Rico, just save, man. Everything you get on YouTube, save it. That's the best thing. I mean, the reason I could survive bad trucking markets is because when the trucking business is bad, I got money saved up, and I could live off of that and pay bills and, I have money saved up because when you're running a business like YouTube is a business, right? That's what we're talking about. If you get, I don't know, some people get $20 a month, $5 a month, but if you do, product placement, you may get more, right? You could buy like a Gucci purse and you could keep it, and then you could sell that on eBay. So now you made like $50 or $200 or whatever, even though it was free, and you promoted it, on YouTube. The same thing with toys. If you're talking about toys and all that, of course, that's geared towards kids. If I'm talking about a kid's toy and I'm a grown-up on my channel, I'm going to be aiming at kids now. And kids going to come to my channel and look at that toy. And, if you got like a kid's toy review channel, let YouTube know. The same way you would let them know that you're promoting a product. And then after that, you can let your kids keep the toy, or you can sell it. See, the thing is, YouTube is making you money, and you're making money off of YouTube. So it's a business. And if you save up whatever you can, on January, it may be bad. If you live off of YouTube, off your family channel, but that'll be just temporary. You know what I mean? Until they readjust. Hi, Rico. You got the unboxing channels with toys, right? Paid a lot of money. But, if you got like integrated products in your channels and all that, that's a business thing, right? I mean, YouTube is not ignorant. You're integrating unboxing and all that. You're integrating products. You're associated with Gucci or whatever. That's business. Same thing with toys. See, and don't forget, it's more, if the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, COPA, Child Online Protection Act, if they see what you're doing on your channel, if they get flagged, they send the information in there, they could see that your intent is Gucci and not toys. If they could see that. But obviously, if you're talking about toys, and you're talking about toys on your main channel, this is an adult channel, that's toys are for kids. You know what I mean? and you're targeting kids now using your adult channel, the FTC is going to see that. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you got alcohol and you know a person is alcoholic and you're doing this, you know what you're doing. You know, so it's about how you target your channel now. You got to press that button. If you got a toy thing, it's just, they're working on that right now for the next 4 months to make it better so nobody could get in trouble. Thank you, Amy. You're still here. My 4 million fans. Don't forget when you're a business. We got integrated brand deals, Gucci, toys and all that. FTC is going to wonder what's going on here, right? If they see something like geared towards kids, they're going to be on your channel. So it's just better to have a family channel and just have it designated as a family channel. Don't forget, man, YouTube makes a lot of money off of these channels. Off of us. They want us to be here. They don't want us to go away. They want everybody here to get monetized. You know why? Because they're going to get 45%. You see what I'm saying? They want us to get monetized. Of course, I gave it to charity, my monetization. But you get monetized, they get 40% off of you, off of me. And you do whatever you want your money. But you're getting 65% of that money. See, the thing is, even during the weekday, kids 5 years old, 60% of the viewers on YouTube, 5 years old, 60% watching an accumulation of a cartoon, you know, and the weekends too, Saturday and Sunday, when they're not in school. These kids are in school. When they come from school, boom, YouTube. YouTube is making a fortune off of these kids' channels. Believe me, they want you to, Jay and Sue, they want you to keep your channel, man. They're going to help you in 4 months. They're going to make sure you keep it and make money off it. Don't forget, you know, when the kids, right? Hey, Sue. See, the thing is, if kids, right? Hey, Rico. If kids in school for 1 hour, YouTube does analysis, right? If kids are in school for 1 hour and they're watching YouTube for 1 hour, and it's 60% of the kids watching in the morning at 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 9 a.m., right? For 1 hour, 60% are watching YouTube. 5-year-old kids. Of course, YouTube know how old they are, so they know how old they are, so I'm pretty sure they should be following the rules. But they know that 60% during that hour is not adults watching YouTube. 60% it's kids in the morning. After school, it's a bigger percentage. And the Saturdays and Sundays, you know, when there's no school or vacation, even bigger. YouTube, do not be scared. YouTube wants you to be around with your family channel. You know why? Because they're making a fortune off of you. They're making 40%. In other words, 60, if you got 100 channels, 60 of them is watching, is kids, 5 years old. You know, YouTube does analysis, which I love. 60, you got 100 channels, right? 60 of them, 60% in 1 hour is kids channels watching YouTube. Out of 100 channels, 60, that's 60%. It's a lot of money for advertisers and for your channel. And don't forget that these little kids channels, they're bringing in like 5-year-old, 6-year-old channel. They're bringing in, adults too. I, I was watching, I was watching this video the other day about people that cut up things and look inside of it. And this is a kids channel with the dad, but the kids is the star of the show. The dad's in there, following around. They went into the Hoover Dam. They didn't cut it up, but they went to the guts of it to see how it works. They cut up cars. They cut things up to see what they look like inside. That's a kids channel. You know how much money they're making? I think they had 15 million subscribers. You know how much money YouTube is making off that channel? But it's a kids channel. You know what I mean? That channel gonna have to revise everything and declare that they got kids content or adult. But the channel is like a curiosity channel for kids and adults. Imagine that channel was gonna have to go through. But it's always important. Try to get that partner manager, try to I'm not here trying to get watch time and views. I don't need that. This job pays me 50 times, 100 times more than what YouTube would pay me. Even if I was making $50,000 a year in YouTube, I could make that in a few months, in a few weeks. 8 weeks, I could make that, maybe 12 weeks, 3 months. YouTube, yeah, my son started watching kids channels, Nerf gun channels, and gaming channels by the time he was 5. Exactly right. I've always had at least one ear listen and watch his YouTube actions. Right. See, so your your son's channel is an example, and everybody subscribed to Jay's channel. They grab them young, man. The cigarette industry used to do the same thing. I think I talked about this last month. When they used to have Camels cigarettes with the cartoon with the camel, and they used to put the cartoons on the floors, on the stores, where kids would be watching and learning, watching this cartoon. Then they're gonna, get the habit of smoking because they saw this nice, cute looking camel smoking camel cigarettes, and they marketed towards kids. They got they got sued so big, the tobacco industry. Of course, they could afford it because everybody's hooked on cigarettes. So they paid millions and millions of dollars because that's that targeting of that video, of that advertisement. This is back in the 80s. You saw all these little kids, walking and watching camels. And like I said, I already talked about this before, but this is for my new subscribers. That targeting our audience is just wrong. McDonald's does the same thing with fast food. You get fast, Happy Meals, and YouTube does it the same thing when they bring in, like the kids channels with these kids application, but the advertisement is geared towards adults, but they're using the kids vision, the kids watch time, the kids channels to make money and get watch time, which gets rewarded by advertisers. Advertisers doesn't care who's watching. They make money by knowing that a human is watching them. That's it, period. They're supposed to be over 13, they're not, and that's wrong. That's the whole thing right there. You know what I mean? McDonald's, they do the same thing. They hook you on early. Now, you still got to stop doing that. Thank you. Well, man, that's a good thing right there, what you just said. Elaine Smart. That's why they are doing with the electronic cigarettes, adding candy flavors. Hey, Big D. How's the dog, buddy? How's Chopper doing? Man, that is so true, Elaine. Man, and that's a big whole topic right there. You should do a whole thing on that. Your channel is pretty good. My channel is just information and boring. You could like bring in the topic and include stuff, and that's so true. You know what I mean? Like, why? Now, a lot of times it is therapeutic, and a lot of people like chocolate and gums and all that. But at the same time, kids could get sucked into that, and there's no safeguards pushing away the kids to say, hey, this still is dangerous just because it tastes like candy. There's no disclaimer saying that. Stay away from this. This is the same as getting cancer, or any disclaimer stating, which is probably, you know, what they should do, stating that these cigarettes are as dangerous as regular cigarettes just because they taste like candy. Do not smoke them. There's nothing like that because they want to sell them. Yeah, and then some of these kids, they might grab and they could figure out how these things work and start. Yeah, they could get hooked, and now they're gonna probably want more and start. Now they're hooked on there, and I think those machines are probably more expensive than regular cigarettes. I'm not sure. That's a good point. They get hooked on at an early age, with those flavors. When they walk around smelling like oranges and chocolate and all that, they're going to be wondering, well, that's safe because I eat chocolate. You know what I mean? They might even do stuff like when I was a kid, my family was like a social life family, always partying and throwing jazz. Because, my dad came out of the army. He was a producer of music, and he had bands and all that. And there was always music in my house and different people, and they love partying and socializing, and a lot of cigarettes and a lot of drinks. And I would just grab a drink as a little kid and wonder what it tastes like. I'd be like, now I feel like a grown-up. You know what I mean? Now I feel like a grown-up. I'm behind the doors there, behind the closet, drinking. And I go out there thinking I'm a grown-up. Same thing with these cigarettes. You might leave your thing outside. Your kid might come in and, wow, that tastes so good. Now he feels like a grown-up because his dad is puffing out all that cigarette and he's looking like a grown-up. I did that too when I started smoking. I felt like a grown-up. Well, I was trying to impress my neighbor, because she was smoking cigarettes, and I wanted to do the same thing, and I wanted to show off for her, and wow, that's a good point. That's an excellent point. Yes, I vape all the time, and it's different flavor, and it does taste like candy, cake, ice cream, all kinds of flavor. Imagine kids, right? They're smelling that, man. Because I know when I smell that, man, wow, it's just some of that cheesecake and all whatever flavor, strawberry. I'm like, whoa, man, it smells so good. And I hate cigarette smoke. I don't hate people to smoke. I just hate the cigarette smoke. Some good point in here. So don't forget, it's about the content on your videos, what's being shown, and the kids watching. You don't want to influence the wrong set. YouTube will know that. If your channel is a grown-up channel, then it's okay. But if you got toys and things that influence kids, but the thing is, there's a lot of toy collectors. There's a lot of doll collectors. There's adults. That's the what YouTube going to try to work on, so your channel doesn't get compromised, so you don't get in trouble. There's a lot of toy collectors out there, and they're adults. And don't forget, in 4 months, they're going to be going after all these big contracts, man. All of these big companies to bring into the family channels for products and commercials. You know what I mean? They're going to, right now, that's what YouTube has been doing for the last few months. They're getting all these big contracts. So like that on January, your advertisement, you'll get good advertisement for your family channel. As long as you classify your channel as a under 13, that's all YouTube needs to know. And just to avoid anything, go to your defaults, go to your youtube.com, go into your creator studio, go on the left hand side on the videos, hit advanced, and well, go on your channel, hit advanced settings, and go under the classification that says defaults, and always put in there, this channel has under 13 content. So whenever you do a video, and if you forget, let's say if you just did a video today, right? You got a video, and your video has kids content, but you forgot to describe it, you forgot to hit the button, you forgot. You're a human, right? Now the FTC could come after you because you're advertising a toy and you forgot to disclose the fact that you're targeting kids. You forgot that. The FTC doesn't want that no more, right? Targeting kids. But you forgot to let people know, YouTube know, that your channel was going to do that, that your video was going to do that. It was an honest mistake. The algorithm's going to flag you, right? The human's going to look at it and say, yeah, he didn't describe it, and he has a toy. The FTC could get involved. The Child Online Protection Agency could get involved and hit you with a big ass fine. And YouTube, to avoid any issues, could delete your whole channel. You're like, wow, Alex, that's a lot. Well, the thing is, I'm trying to help you. What you could do is go into your defaults. Mean, if you go into your channels and you know how you have a description and you have tags, you can make that automatic every time, systematic. Whenever you do a video, what you do is you set it to automatically describe the words YouTube, automatically describe the words me, automatically describe the words Alex Express, welcome here. You could have that set up in default. That means whenever you do a video, like all of those tags and titles will be there automatically by default. What that means is every time you create a video, it will automatically be in there. This is for my new subscribers. So what you want to do is now with this new feature, have that under 13 description in there. And if it's a button, have that button pressed as a default in there to protect you, right? So now let's say you did a video, it automatic, even if you did a video for coffee, it would say child, I have child under 13 content on here, but you could go in there and manually erase it if you don't. But the thing is, the safest thing to do is to cover your butt so you don't get in trouble right off the bat. Right now, go behind all your videos. If you got any kids under 13, put it on there on the description of those videos. You're gonna have to go one by one and make sure. If you got your cousin and he's 10 and you're promoting a toy, and you're with your cousin there and you're doing cousin kids things, you know, I will describe that as kids content. That means that your video has kids in there under 13. Put a description in there. And to avoid anything, if you got a family channel as of today, go in there, make that description permanent. So every time you do a video, it automatically shows up. You know what I mean? Automatically. So do that. That's the safeguard to do. That's good to know. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, Rico. I mean, and again, go in there, you know, to my million fans here that I have, you know, I'm sorry not animated and all that, but thank you. Just thank you, Alex Express, so much for this. You're welcome. And if you have like an information channel, motivational channels and all that, you're okay. You know, you're still gonna make money. But the thing is, a lot of families are really worried. So I'm gonna keep doing this as a series of giving you updates to kind of keep you, you know, because a lot of people go out here networking and they forget. Hold on, let me go check something. I'm gonna go check something outside real fast. Don't go nowhere. Sorry about that, guys. To my 1 million fans. So don't be scared, guys. Just be aware. Um, it's no fear. You shouldn't be scared of all these new things coming up, and you got 4 months. YouTube is gonna make sure that the transition is good, that nobody loses money. Um, See, and the thing is, um, you got a lot of channels out here that got kids. There's a big channel, the main channel, but you got half of it is kids content. With the new rule, if you got like a channel there's a kids content, like let's say 50%, half of it, believe it or not, you're gonna have to designate that as a kids channel under 13. If you do have under 13 content, hey Amy, thanks. I know this doesn't pertain. Well, I don't know if you got kids or not. I don't know how old your kids are, but if you have a kids channel, and let's say some like Mickey XO, she brings her kids in there, but I think they're over 13, which is okay. But if they weren't, the thing is, if you got half of your content on your main channel, there's, and you think you're gonna have to designate that whole channel if it's more than 50% as under 13. That's the new rule, because the content is just overwhelming. Self-certification, all that means is you're gonna press that button and let people know you got under 13 content in there and all that. That's all. You gotta self-certify and help the algorithm, because if you don't do that, you probably could get in big trouble with the Federal Trade Commission. Thanks for the likes, guys. See, the thing is, I talk about this FTC thing, and I see videos out there that got 50,000 views, and that's the marketing. Our channels here, we don't get marketed like that. I see channels, all they say is lawsuit, YouTube, 100,000 views, and they only got like 2,000 subscribers, 3,000. Some of them got 150 subscribers, 100,000 views. That's just the way the YouTube marketing machine works. It's just, it's like if you get lucky and you get out there and you get, advertised out there, that's great. If you get viral or whatever, that's great. But you gotta, and here you gotta push yourself. You gotta really advertise yourself in these YouTube streets. I did a lot of research on the title, and a lot of these hits were the same title as mine. Like I said, some of them got 50,000 views, 100, 200, half a million. How? And, and the thing is, that's the same thing with that's the same thing with that's the same thing with you you do the research on your title, and even the title that's intriguing, or the thumbnails, right? It doesn't always work. You got to get that traction, and you can only get traction if YouTube puts you out there. There's millions and millions of channels. YouTube doesn't do that. It's just they don't got the power. And there's a lot of information channels that got great information from YouTube. They don't got a lot of views. That's a shame, because they are really helpful. Then you got channels talking about rumors. They'll get 500,000 views. And there's all rumors about YouTube. We'll go jog a couple of miles. Thanks, Rico. There's no weights around here. Am I crooked? Thing got big as hell. Figure, guys, share this information out. Y'all want to come with me? I'm gonna go. Amy, you want to come? I'm gonna go jog a couple miles. I'll probably walk. I don't know. Y'all want to come? You want to come? Y'all want to come? Sure, why not? Y'all both said that at the same time. Sure, why not? I'm in Ohio. Gotta stay in shape, man. Come on, let's go outside. Let's do this. Make sure nobody steals it. Man, it's chilly out here. I think I should have put on my jacket. As a matter of fact, I think I will. Hold up. I'm going to put on my jacket. It's chilly up. Damn, it's chilly out here. Seriously? My 1 million fans. Y'all got any questions as I'm jogging? We'll talk about it, okay? We'll talk about anything y'all want. And I love being on film, so I'm fitting to get my jacket. Love doing this. I always bring money just in case. All right, come on, guys. Y'all like that? Hey, Alicia, how you doing? Y'all know what time it is? And I feel better. Not a lot of trucks here. I gotta get a better selfie stick. A lot of money in trucking, man. Y'all should get into trucking. It pays pretty good. If you run a business of it, trucking pays. The FTC, the thing with these companies, I mean these organizations, when a company like as big as YouTube and Google, you know what I'm saying? Like they could buy stuff. You know, they could buy a lot of stuff. And that's dangerous, you know? Like politics, you know? That's how Trump won the election. You know, he has money, he has properties, and I'm gonna go in this truck stop, see what it looks like. Shh, gotta be quiet. If there's any music, I'm gonna have to mute it. I'll put you down here. A lot of people hate being on the phone. Hold up. music. What you want, Amy? You hungry? Here we go. The showers, they're not expensive here. They're like $8. So I'm gonna jog, take a shower, shave. They look clean. This is my first time in this truck stop. Everybody, thanks for hitting the like. That'll help promote the video, help others with my boring information. I got some more updates tomorrow on YouTube, the new comments, the new verification process, they got like 5 new things. Hold up, I think I'm in the middle of the street. So I'll update them tomorrow. I'm gonna reveal them more. They're official already. The old Creator Studio is still up. The only thing is that, I mean, it still works. It's not like down all the way, but it's just like a lot of the buttons, you know, the main stuff isn't on the main channel now on Creator Studio. So the old classic is still there, but if you need stuff from on there, supposedly YouTube one, it's not deleted yet 100%. It's still up, but you know, YouTube, it's like an old operating system, like Windows 98. So the classic studio is like a Windows 98. It works, but you really can't get much out of it. And the new studio, Creator Studio, is more like the new Windows 10, Windows 11. So that's what they're saying. So yeah, it's still, you know, it's still up there if you need it for any information. But try to get used to the new studio, you know, to help you, so you can edit and stuff like that. Well, you can't really edit. They got rid of the editor. Nobody was using it. But you know, get into the new one. That really helps you. You know, all those numbers and all that stuff in there. That really helps everybody. You know, I mean, I like doing this. I don't need the watch time, but I really appreciate y'all for watching me anyway. And I miss doing this. Like I held back with the live feeds. I just figure, you know, but I think even if I have to say something, it's important to help you, you You know, if you want to share each other's subscribers and all, that's fine with me here. But my channel is not like that. It's not like yours towards. I mean, you can. I have nothing against that, seriously. But you know, some channels do that. You know, share and all that, which is great because that helps small channels. You know, we need the help. You know, YouTube doesn't help us, so when you help small channels out by networking, getting subscribers and friends, that really is, like Pusa and TR does that. Rob's Truck can be doing that with I think every Friday or whatever, and that really helps. I mean, if you're struggling with 500 subscribers, you know, YouTube does not grab our channels and advertise it like others. You know, that's the whole point. You know, we do videos, we do the same thing others do, and others get lucky. I don't know how. I think it's a YouTube God that kind of, when it's your time, is your time, and you know, you get your views and your subs. But in the meantime, you got to help yourself because we don't got no time to be waiting around. You know what I mean? But you know, YouTube, you know, that's how it is. It's just like there's got to be like a YouTube of gods up there that really, you know, I'm not sure why it's like that. Why is that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we do everything. Like, PewDiePie will talk about Mr. Beats will be doing anything. And I remember when Mr. Beats only had like 100,000 subscribers. Then he started doing all these crazy things, buying up stuff and, you know, putting 1 million balls in the swimming pool and doing all these things that, you know, others kind of like. And he knew how to do that. You know, he knew how to take that and grow. You know, and he got lucky because other people do the same stuff he does. I guess he just does it and he takes it to, I don't know. I mean, I think some people are blessed with that, and you gotta just wait for your blessing to come. You know, wait for your time. And if you really want it, the only way is just sticking and doing content, and each time get better. People wonder, oh, blah, 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 blah. Nobody's watching me. I don't even care if I only got 0 people watching me. The thing is, if I got 0 people watching me and I quit because I only got 0 people watching me, that means if tomorrow I come back, I'll never know if I get 1 person watching me. I won't know if I get 1 subscriber because I quit. If you want it bad enough, you keep doing it. You know, there's people in this world that only has $100 in their bank account. Then there's people that have 100 million. You know, the difference is the person that had 100 million did stuff to get 100 million because he didn't stop. He kept going. She kept going. They kept going. You know. I remember when I had $100 in my bank account, and you know, the thing is, it's the same thing on YouTube. Everybody hit the like. I appreciate that. My 1 million subscribers. See, the thing is, you can't quit, man. You got 1 person watching you, 0. You got to keep doing it. You got to keep doing it, loving it. You know, and I did this a lot before. I go jogging and biking and talking, and I'll get some people watching me, and I just figured, you know what? I didn't want to stop. I did get busy working and having some issues with my current situation, and that took a lot of my time. But I still want to incorporate this in here. You know, I want to squeeze this in. I want to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I want to squeeze this in. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but the thing is, just keep doing it. You know, I seen channels that only had 2 people watching on a regular. Now they got like 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50. TR, well, of course, it depends on what your channel has to offer. When you have these channels offering subscribers and subscriber help, that's great. But then you have the smaller channels that can't do that, and they still grow. You know, they still go out by sticking in there, just doing it and doing it. I love this. I don't care. I'll document whatever. You know, I do whatever it is. I'm out here jogging and working out and all this. I just keep doing it, man. I know you guys will be bored to death, but if you didn't, then just leave, go somewhere else. You know, I could give you information. If I'm here, you already know. You could put any question up and I'll answer it as much as I can. You know? That's how life is, man. You got to keep doing it. It doesn't matter if you got $100 in your bank or 100 million. You got $100 in your bank. Well, that's great. You earned it. That's your money. But you're still the same person. Just because you got 100 million in the bank or 100,000 doesn't mean you're gonna stop existing or stop trying. You know, that's the same thing with YouTube. You will get better every time. You know, keep at it. You know, you gotta find out what it is you want to do. You know, I could take my channel so many different directions and get views, but I like information. Well, you're not getting views. Well, but I still like that. That's what I want to do. You know, I might do other stuff in the future. Who knows? I might do, like, I like working out. So I might open up my gym and show you how it is behind the scenes of it. Anytime Fitness, how to own it, how to start it. You know, I'll show you how when I'm painting, putting in supplies. I'll do that. Being on the road, being a driver, stuck behind a wheel, you're limited with. That's why I don't put a lot of content out. You know what I mean? Because half the stuff I got to read and research and look at, and I can't do that when I'm driving. And like last night, right? I could have documented that. It would have been exciting, but you know, as of lately, this new algorithm, what it prefers is, now I'm blind to you. This new algorithm, what prefers is it prefers, hold on. I'm gonna have to bring 2 lamps out here. It prefers, sorry about that, I'm trying to get this light working and I can't see. I need like one for my face and one for the road. It's dark as hell, man. Look how dark it is. Can't see nothing. I don't want to step on something. I already got a ruptured ankle, so I can't run real fast. The algorithm prefers when you do quality videos, just to give you a heads up. The algorithm, the learning algorithm, it would ignore crap stuff like sleeves. People pissed off. Hey, Tiny. People pissed off. I was in trucking and got my CDL in Iowa 2014. But blood pressure was. Oh man, you gotta be careful with the blood pressure. Sneaky. I think I'm gonna turn back because I cannot see nothing. I'm gonna turn back. The new algorithm, it prefers for you to do quality stuff. That's why I stopped doing continuous live feeds with not much, and you know, I didn't have the passion. I was tired. I wasn't motivated, and a lot of people come out miserable on YouTube, and they'll do videos because they want to get watch time, and then when they get AdSense, they only got like $2 a month. They do all that. There's people out here not sleeping, you know. The house is going to shambles. They're not cooking. All they do is do a video to get watch time. The new algorithm doesn't work like that. It goes by sessions and different things. You see all these people. Hey, facts, right, Tiny? And you see all these people out here, you know, silent feeds and Every day they come on miserable. Oh, YouTube took my hours. Oh man, life sucks. And YouTube doesn't reward that. It knows who's ever watching, and knows who's in and who's out. And just because somebody watching for 10 hours doesn't mean you're gonna get 10 hours. You know what I mean? Losing themselves. They're out there, like Tiny said, they're losing themselves, and it's like nothing matters but getting monetized. It's a race for, and they don't even know. The thing is, I know people out here that got like, they joined in October, cracking me up because you're stating facts, right, Tiny? There's people out here that, you know how it goes, right? If you join YouTube in October, you got 1 year from October to October to get your watch hours. If you don't make it, then it goes back to zero, the watch hours. Not your views. Your views will still stay there forever, right? But your watch hours to qualify. So, you know, it doesn't go by lifetime watch hours. It goes by watch hours from 1 month from when you started in YouTube. But then again, let's say if you started YouTube in October, people confusing this. Man, my hand's getting tired. If you started YouTube in October, people be like, well, it goes by when you first did your video. No, it doesn't. It goes by, you joined YouTube in October of 20, whatever year it was, it goes from 1 month, your anniversary month. It doesn't go by when you first did your, and people be like, it goes by your first video. No, because, hey Ron, see, if you listen to me, I've been telling you about how the algorithm works. If you put your first anniversary month in October and you signed up with YouTube, it starts going by October. Oh, it goes by the first video you did. That's rumors, right? Nobody bothers researching it. I'm like, okay, I researched it. I'll tell you how this goes. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video you did. All right, I'm not gonna argue with you. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video you did. But if you join in October, you got to October of next year to get 4,000 watch hours. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video you did. All right, what you talking about, Willis? I'm telling you, I know how it works because I looked it up. No, it doesn't. Look, I feel like I'm arguing with myself here. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video it did. But if you've been watching my videos, I've been doing a lot of work to help you guys out and learn about how the stuff works. When you first put your first video up, that's fine. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video. Okay, now shut up. Check this out. You know how the algorithm works. If you put your channel up and you do a video, of course, that's fine. Okay. But once you put your first channel up, you're going to have an avatar, you're going to have a description, you're going to have about me, you're going to have something saying a date on the about me section when you join. And if you want to put something in there, you don't have to. But let's say, no, it doesn't. It goes by the first. Shut up now. Gosh, I feel like I got somebody. Shut up. Let me talk. No, it doesn't. It goes by the first video you did. Okay, you win. I lose. But check this out. Information always wins. So if you put a video out and, okay, it's fine. It'll go by the video, right? Because, you get watch time and that's when it starts. So if you started in October, that means that if you didn't put a video out until like November, December, that means 6 months went by. You didn't get a watch time? Really? Like, isn't it like when you put a channel up, a brand new channel, doesn't that take space? Doesn't that start something? Don't you want to be starting something? If you, I gotta turn back. It's cold out here. Don't you gotta be starting something, right? When you put your first video on and you signed up and you said, hello, YouTube people land, and it's me. Okay, all right, let me go back again. When people watch your channel that's being suggested on the platform, even though you got no videos, don't you get watch time minutes? Don't you get click-through rate, duration? Don't you get CTR? Don't you get thumbnails, impressions? Don't you get all those metrics, right? Isn't that minutes? Okay, it's not 100,000 minutes, but I'll bet you anything it's at least a few hundred minutes at the end of the week, because your channel existence, those metrics still counts watch time, right? Oh, no, it doesn't, because you didn't do a video yet. Shut up. Let me explain. I feel like I'm schizophrenic. Okay. No, it doesn't, because you did the video. That's when it counts. All right, well, let me explain something to you, buddy. All this boring number information is what helps you get watch time and hours and get advertisement rates, get good products, because once you know more stuff, the more you know, the more money you can make. When I got in trucking, I thought I knew everything, and I didn't. You know, I knew about it, but I wasn't being about it. When I got in trucking, I made a little bit of money, a lot of money, really, I ain't gonna lie. But when I learned trucking, and I got corporate credit, and I got all this stuff and business stuff that's boring, but all that boringness brings me a lot of fucking money. Like, I love it because I learned it, period. I learned. So I'm trying to tell this person, oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, it doesn't, because you got to have video, and that's when it starts. Shut up already. Let me get this out. No, it doesn't. Oh, hold on, I don't get hit. No, it doesn't. You got to have the first video out. Okay, the metrics are there giving you minutes. As you sit there with your channel with 0 videos, 0 this, 0 that, you're still getting watch time because of the fact that your channel is going to be shown to like a gazillion, trillion people. I think that's a number. Is that a number, Amy? You know who would know that? Okay. Now that I'm doing a video, all of the truckers in Ohio is driving by me. This was like silent. Like, right? Am I right? It's a conspiracy. Oh, the traffic in the world. Now that I'm doing a video, and I'm trying to explain to y'all how it works. Anyway, so now, you guys with me so far? Rico and yo, know someone like that? I just have to tell them everything. Exactly. Tina, I mean, I like Tina too. Tina 23. Yeah, I know people like that every day. No, it doesn't. It starts when you do your first video. Okay, so when you first do your first channel, you're getting minutes because, you know, your channel is getting impressions. Impression is when your channel is sitting there and it's just sitting there, right? It's sitting there, like, see my face sitting here? That's an impression. Half a second, that's an impression. Half a second times 1 million, how much is that? Half a second times 2 million, 3 million, how much is that? The better the thumbnail, the better the impression, the more time they're gonna look at it, the more time you're gonna get in your video. Oh, no, it doesn't because you didn't do the video. Yeah, but you're still are there. You don't got a thumbnail because you don't got video. Okay, your channel is still there. Your channel is getting suggestions through the algorithm. And then people, even without no videos, if they're searching for stuff, depending upon your description. Well, you don't put no description, so okay, well, you don't got a description, you got like a blank channel. For some reason, you're on YouTube and just put up a whole channel with no stuff on there. Okay, all right, but you're still existing. And even though for a few minutes, not a few 100,000 hours or thousands of minutes, you're still existing. That's when your channel starts. If you join in October, you know, that's when your channel starts. Even with those videos, that's when your channel starts, even with no description. Because the first thing a person does when they see a channel, they're going to see a suggestion. The algorithm suggesting your channel with no existence. Because now it sees a channel in there, and the algorithm's suggesting job is to freaking suggest a video so you can get paid, so you can get monetized, right? So you can get watch hours and all that. It's going to like say, we all know what this channel is about. We think it's about hot dogs. So now you got a whole bunch of hot dogs people wondering, is this hot dogs in this channel? No face, no nothing. They'll go in there. They'll go in there. That's a metric. Okay, now they find out it's nothing in there. Well, it's, you know, you're not by yourself in here. Be right back. Okay, you're not by yourself in here. You're in this world with billions of people, and YouTube has billions of videos, well, you know, 100,000 views per minute. So you're going to eventually get a hit, even if it's 1 minute. That's, you know, that's just the thing is, it starts on your anniversary month, and then from there, you start counting down. If you start making content to get monetized, I know people that get monetized in 2 or 3 days. I know people that got monetized in 2 or 3 weeks, 2 and 3 months. Some people don't get monetized. If you qualify for the watch time hours, Janelle Eliana, she got like almost 2 million subs in 2 months. So of course, it just depends on how traction, what you're doing in your channel and all that. You get monetized as fast as you want. It depends on your content and how you do it. If you look pretty, that even helps. If you look sexy, that even helps. We all know that. And if you got good information and stuff like that, that even helps more. If you got something to give to YouTube people, you can always network and share your network and channels, and that's fine. That's a service right there. You're sharing your networking. But some of those network people ain't gonna watch your advertisements, so that's one drawback. You're still gonna share your channel and set subscribers. That's a service right there. Who's does whether they do shout out the wheel thing, that's a service. So they're providing that. They also do family stuff, but they get views. But their most views is from the wheel of shout out, something like that. Yeah, the wheel of shout out. And that brings the most people and the most views. The thing is, you want to get views, and you got to have a reason to do a channel. The more the reason, the better, the more money you get. So always keep that in mind as you grow and grow. Every day you change your channel. If you're doing this, you're doing that, that ain't working, change it up, see what works. I love working out, and I wish I could stay talking to y'all, but I figure, well, I'll bring you with me and talk as I'm working out, because I like doing this. I love doing this. So, that's what I'm doing right here, right now. And, loving doing this, and I'm showing it to you. I know it could be boring because you're not doing it. And I'm out here. And I'm running on a ruptured ankle. It's painful. But, I love doing this so much that I just take some, Advil. And I had a cortisone shot. It's like $1,500 for that thing. Damn, it's expensive. It kills the pain for like 6 months. But you gotta love what you do. And I know this is boring, so I know this ain't gonna bring me views. You gotta do what you want to do on your channel. But if you're arguing with a person and they're trying to help you, try to be open-minded, right? And then do the research. No, it starts when you first do your first video. No, your analytics starts as soon as you, hey Ron, thanks. Yeah, and your channel, Ron, you don't gotta worry because of the fact that you can just watch the replay. Be you, yeah. YouTube is going to do a whole bunch of stuff to specialize your channel for your family channel, for special rates, better AdSense, better commercials, better payouts. So in 4 months, you got 4 months, right? If you got kids in your channel under 13, just put it in there. Let YouTube know. But people don't like to listen. They go, yeah, but remember not 2 years ago, I only been in YouTube for like 6 months. Let me see. March, April, May, like 6-7 months. My first big channel got hacked and got suspended, and I just decided to let it go because it's sometimes these channels take months, years to get back. So I started this one. Within 3 weeks, I was halfway to monetization because I'm using the numbers and I'm using what it, optimizing my channel. I almost cut to this chase. Started talking, I got pain on my ankle. And plus there's a lot of cars coming near me. You see how close that car came? Scary. And that's just too tiny people. Yeah, so you optimize your channel and you'll get results if you know what you're doing and listening to others that's trying to help you. And remember that like 5 months ago, you're gonna need 10,000 subscribers and what was it? Something like that. You're gonna need 10,000 watch hours and 5,000 subscribers in October. Well, we almost in October, right? What, next week? Man, I feel like it. Get back! I hate fucking dogs. I ain't bring my tear gas. So, that sounds like a big dog, right? It sounds like it might not be able to run. That's why I stay to the highway. It's either get bit by a dog or get hit by a car. I can pick my poison. I think I probably just stay inside a lot. And so yeah, everybody was talking about that. I'm like, that's somebody give their opinion on Wall Street. Some black person, I forgot his name. And he's a financial advisor. He gave his opinion out, and because he was a YouTube follower, he follows YouTube's business patterns. He doesn't follow YouTube analytics and YouTube updates. He follows it from the business sense, and he gave his opinion on the business sense. The only way for YouTube to make money would be to increase the requirement from to 10,000 subscribers and what was it, 5,000 subscribers and 10,000 watch hours, because that way you could separate the bad crappy YouTubers, because a lot of crappy YouTubers is taking up space and they're not making money, right? Because for YouTube to put, just go online right now and look it up. See how much it costs you to put one video on a platform that's established, with code source and safeguards and this and that, security, See how much it'll cost you one video. We do like 10, 20 a day, a week, 100, whatever, and it's free. So he was referring to that, which I respect. I forgot his name. And his opinion was, there's a lot of YouTubers out here that put up a video all night sleeping. Nothing but like dumb snoring because they're trying to get watch hours. You know how expensive that is to do that on YouTube? But, the thing is, I'm gonna give you an example how YouTube works and how my company. Gotta close, these guys coming. Man, too close, right? All right. When I started trucking, I made money, but the company made more than I did, and I was doing all the heavy lifting. I was doing the heavy work, driving, sacrificing everything, my life, financial, and all that. And they would get a big cut, like 80%. I'd get 20%. That's when I first started. I didn't know how the stuff worked, so they were using me. And it's fine, bro. It's a good business model because they make a whole bunch of money off of you, and then you leave. So it's like you get your training, and you pay the price by not getting paid a lot of money. So it cuts both ways. I benefit, they benefit. But as you get smarter, you move on. If you stay stupid, you think you're making, I could make a living off of big companies, but I want to keep 80%. I want them to keep 20. I want to reverse it. You see what I'm saying? McDonald's, right? See McDonald's? See McDonald's right there, guys? Now McDonald's, right? They hire Bobby. Bobby's making French fries, right? He's making burgers. Bobby's doing that. Then he realizes, damn, this is a lot of hard work for a couple of dollars. I ain't making that much. So now Bobby moves on. But right behind Bobby, there's like 5 guys waiting to take a spot. Because the McDonald's business model is based on a high turnover rate. It's like, if you quit your job, if you're running my business, I might suffer for 1 month, maybe 4 weeks until I hire somebody else. But McDonald's doesn't suffer because they prepare. Their business model is based on people quitting and new people coming in. That's how they make the money, because to flip a burger, if you go to Five Guys Burgers or any other famous burger joint, right? If you go in there, you might like charging $20 an hour. At McDonald's, whatever that is, $5, $6, $8 an hour. They're making like 80% off of you, which should be the other way around. And every time they sell a burger, they make a fortune off of you until you realize and you move on. And when you quit, they got the next guy waiting in line to take your spot. And that's how it's a revolving door policy. That means next. So if you quit, if you quit McDonald's, it ain't gonna hurt you. And it's not gonna hurt the owners, because that's the way it's set up. The same thing with this company. If I work for a big trucking company, a mega carrier, and I stay there, when I quit, they got 20 guys behind me sitting in there waiting to get paid, and they'll take my place in a heartbeat. But when you run your own business, that's your business. You're controlling costs, operations, like I do here. I pay 15% to a person to use as an insurance, and to use the government permits, and I pay them 15% for that. Now, YouTube does the same thing. When you come on YouTube and you're a brand new channel, 0 subscribers, you out there, right? You're in YouTube land. Well, guess what? YouTube is made for new people to come in. So when new people come in, you're wondering, well, wow, that costs a fortune to make a video. These guys are doing videos talking about butterflies and sleeping in the video, and that's a lot of money they're spending. But what happens is when they get monetized, if they get monetized, the next person that gets monetized, they make 45% off of commercials, right? That's a lot of money. When you add up to millions and millions, there's like 3 billion videos. Let's say like every day people get monetized. So YouTube stays alive because that guy that got monetized and he's getting 40%, yeah, of course you only get what you get, like you get $2. You get like $2 CPM, right? You get $2 per 1,000 views. They're getting 45% of that. So you're getting 40. They get 40%, right? Yeah, you're only getting 40% of $5 per view for 1,000 views, right? That means if 1,000 people watch a video, you get like $5, right? But that commercial that they put on there, that you're talking about $5, that's like a small little cut. They're making way more. You know why? Because they negotiate contracts in the millions. So it's like, you know, that big piece of pie you order at the end of the week is Friday, and it's like 10 slices. Well, you're getting a crumb. Like you're getting a crumb with a little taste of pizza sauce and probably like a little bit pepperoni. You're not getting a whole slice. They're getting a whole slice, but it looks like, you know, see, they make a fortune. So all these videos you see, they're standing around not making money. Yeah, they're high turn. Like YouTube is based on new videos because it costs a lot to make it, but they also make a lot, you know, when you get monetized. So see, the thing is, YouTube won't be here letting you do sleeping videos if it was making money off of the system, the business role model. And it's not about one person sleeping in a video or one person going fishing and getting paid. It's about the contracts that they negotiate based on views. In advertisement, you see what I'm doing right here? I'm showing that, and I probably got 20 people in here watching, and then maybe another 500 to like 5,000 that's not subscribed watching, right? See that? When I do a video, it says 21 likes, 51 likes, but 300 views, 500 views. That means like a small percentage of the people like me, that were subscribed to me, that like me, because you got to be subscribed to me and logged on to hit a like button. But at the same time, it's a whole bunch of people that was nothing to do with me. They're called viewers. So advertising works like that. There's a whole bunch of viewers in here looking at signs in your videos, products. You're advertising to kids, targeting people, you know, and YouTube gets paid a lot of money for that. So they work on a high turnover rate type of a style where they don't care how much money they're losing on one video because they're making a ton on the next video. You know, they're waiting for you to get monetized. Yeah, some monetization process. They delete your channels, and you know, a lot of the analysis people tell me that's because they want to show you as an example. They want to use your channel that they're protecting kids. They're protecting their product. See, they want to use your channel, and it's up to you to fight it for it and get it back or do what it is you want to do. But if you know how something works, you know, it's a lot easier. So when I tell a person, well, yeah, it starts in if you join YouTube in October, you got to October. No, it doesn't. It's when you first do your first video. But if you know your analytics, when you first do your first video, you're getting watch time from just having your video sit there. It's on a platform, and the algorithm is pushing it. Now, depending upon your content, depending upon your traction, depending upon your velocity. All velocity and traction means is like when you put up a video and your subscribers first watch it, and, you know, and like it and all that, and the more they do that, It's like a roller snowball effect. It goes down the mountain and it gets bigger and bigger. So that's all that traction velocity is. And once you get better traction and velocity in one video, yeah, you'll get more views. But it doesn't go like that. You still that little small ice ball on top of the mountain, which still counts, getting watch time, but you're sitting there with 0 videos. So it starts in October. You know what I mean? What am I missing here? Thanks, and that's why a bunch of people get signed up here. Their page is about to be getting all the money for those companies to pay them to put their ads up. Yeah. So yeah, you exactly trying to, you know, you man, you go in there, they're getting paid, man. You think they ain't getting paid? You're getting 60% of water down. You're getting that Kool-Aid that tastes like grape, but like the ice melts it, so now it doesn't taste like grape. It tastes more like water, with, you know, a little watery grape. It's watered down. Should have just said watered down. But now YouTube is going to make suggestions on family channels. They're going to work. They're going to put $100 million in a fund to have creators and small channels to target their channel as a kids channel. If you got kids under 13, just make sure you type it in there that you got kids under 13. You know, that way it'll prevent any action from YouTube. Even if you don't have kids under 13, you know, yeah, you're going to get comments disabled, but you won't get in trouble. I'd rather have my comments disabled and my notification. Now, if you got super chat, you may not get super chat chats, but you know, notifications and comments is a small. If you see your traffic, you see if you go to your analytics, you see that your comments algorithm is a small percentage of traffic. If you see your notifications, especially now with the new bell, you see like a small percentage of, you know, how much of a view time you're getting. So you're trying to grow your channel from 0. Which my channel is to help you grow from 0 to hero, you know, from 0 to 1,000. Then you'll be concerned about that, because every single comment counts, you know, for traffic and all that. So, but if you got a family channel, you don't have no worries. Of course, the super chat button. But the thing is, you want to let YouTube know they will have a button in 4 months, so you can hit it. It's called a kids content declaration button, and they keep changing the name all the time. So, you know, they're working on it as we're talking. They're gonna make sure that they're looking for all these companies to put ads on for the kids channels. They're looking for contracts right now. They're looking for big ass contracts. So when you get your AdSense, you know, they're talking about, because of the supply and demand thing, that your channel, your family channel might even get a bigger ad rate, like CPM. They're talking about like from $2 to $5, $6, $7 per view, per 1,000 views, which is a good CPM rate. You know, if you got $1 now, maybe $2 CPM, you can probably get $5, $6 because of the fact that the channel, the kids and family channels will be geared with a specific audience in mind, with no more guessing. You know, a lot of these channels, I said earlier, Ron, that a lot of these channels, they got 30, 40, 50-year-old people watching these kids for the wrong reason. And now they're going to clear that out, because they're going to target the proper audience to get you more money for your AdSense. It's not going to be diluted with all these fake people watching that don't care. And it'll be better for analytics too. You know, a lot of people, they argue about, I joined in October, you know, that's when blah blah. I remember I was watching a channel, I'm not going to name names, and the person is busting their ass. They're staying up for 5-6 hours doing a live feed, just doing anything, right? I still supported them, and no names here. And the person is just, you know, stressed out. She comes on the live feed just talking about her stress, you know, doing YouTube. Oh my gosh, this is hard work. You know, oh man, I can't. This is like really hard work, and I'm doing my live feed now. So 2 in the morning, you know, 10 hours, and you know, and then I said, well, did you look at where you joined? And the person's like, oh no, what's that? I said, well, you know, you don't get monetization based on the lifetime of your channel. You got 1 year to get hours. And the person says, oh, well, I said, yeah, you joined in October. Oh, yeah. And according to your views, you got like 6,000 views. Unless you got a viral video in there. And I looked at her video, the person's video. You know, they had like an average of 50 views for the whole last 2 years. I'm like, based on that, and the view count, unless you got, which I didn't see no viral video, you're not gonna make it. She's like, well, what do you mean? I said, you know how many hours you got? The person didn't even know. So I calculated, and she needed like 80%. She had 900 hours, and then she's doing this without realizing that it's better for her to relax, take a vacation, wait for October to come, reset it, and then start from October to October. Not blush, she didn't understand how it worked. And then other people's in there jumping in, telling me how it works. I'm like, no, you're making her do all this hard work, doing live feeds, and she's gonna lose all that time because it's gonna go back to zero in October. That's like 6 weeks from now. She's not gonna get 4,000 watch hours, 240,000 minutes. If she can't get that in 2 years, she only got like 1,000 minutes in 2 years, accumulated wise, in terms of views per what she did on this year. So I'm thinking the most she did was 1,000 per year. She's not gonna do that in like 6 weeks. But they arguing with me. Oh yes, because it doesn't go like that, blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. So, be smart. If you know how stuff work, you won't work as hard. And first of all, if you think YouTube is work, I won't even be doing those YouTube videos. I would be like, you know what? Quit YouTube. It's work. And the thing is, they get monetized. They're thinking that they're gonna get a bunch of money. Even if you get chats, let's say if you get $100 in chat per night, that's only like 60. And if you do a lot of feeds, you probably won't unless you got information and stuff, you're not gonna get $100 per night. It just depends. But let's say if you get 200 per week, that's 800 per. Let's say you get 100 per week, right? That's only like 60 because YouTube's gonna keep 40%. So it's like 100, like $240. That's if you get that. You don't even know if you're gonna get that, right? $40 a month. That ain't bad, right? A lot of people, I'm not showing off, but I could make that 1 hour. I could make more than that 1 hour, right? So when I look at money from that point, now if you need money, I respect that. I'm not judging you, but at the end of the day, it's not a lot of money. You got to pay taxes on that. So that 240 turns into like what, $160 a month. I don't know. And people staying up 24 hours a day doing live feeds, giving up on their families and not cleaning themselves. Just some of these YouTubers, I feel like, you ever see those casino people that be peeing inside their jackpot machine? They don't want to get up because they don't want to lose the mojo. They're peeing in their diapers. You can smell it. Like, whoa, what the hell? I used to do security at a casino in New Jersey. Man, I'd be walking by these people that had diapers on, taking crap in there and peeing in there. And you can smell that because they're being there for 10 hours with the jackpot machines. They don't want to get up. And I feel like some of these YouTubers doing that. They got diapers on, they don't want to get up and just keep blah 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 doing. And again, the new algorithm doesn't reward you for that. It rewards you for quality. Even if you got 1 subscriber, the content that you're delivering is what counts, because advertisers see that. They don't see crap. They don't see drama. They don't see stuff that, you see all these subscribers, they got all these YouTubers, they got, 2 million views and all that, and they're not making money. That's because the content, the YouTube algorithm, the new one now, it rewards you for quality, for how you stay on. It doesn't reward you for 1 million people watching you. They used to, not no more. This new, and it's getting scary. These artificial brains, they're getting better and better. I was talking to one earlier. Conversation. This thing sound real. It was a bank. Well, it was one of my banks, but it was automated. So with this special offer, I'm like, wait a minute, you're not real? What the? This person was answering everything. So what's my rate? Well, your rate's gonna be real good. It was all automated. This thing sounds so real. It's scary. It's real scary. Just like in the movies. And I felt so stupid while I was half asleep when I got up. It was my bank saying, I forgot what it was. It got my attention, but it was really one of my business banks. And I'm like talking to an automated machine. Seriously, I'm not even joking. I'm like, Betty, are you sure I'm going to get that rate? Yes, Alex. Like last week, it's like it knew me. I'm like, when I get married, Betty, because I like the way you sound. It was automated. This thing was automated. I'm like, really, seriously? And you knew it was automated because then you know when you actually like, hey Betty, what time is it now? Yes, that's a good rate. Betty, did you see the Lakers? That is one of the best rates you could get. Betty, I'm asking you, like a real person to go, no, I see the Lakers. I don't like the Lakers. This thing was just like answering on a logical sense, but real, like real sounding emotional. And this artificial intelligence in YouTube is getting better and better and better. And they knows your crap. So you could do 10 hours of crap versus 10 minutes of a good quality video. And you know, that'll help you. That'll help you get watch time. Which is like I told you, I got half monetized within weeks. 2,000 watch hours within weeks after my second channel. Knowing stuff, how YouTube works. And I told you, go back to my video in April. That's when I got this channel. And I told you this was going to happen with the child policy thing and how it works. It's 10 minutes of it, but just watch it. And that's recorded, you know. So what I'm telling you is not to, it's to help you. It's not to judge you. I told you to be prepared for this. And here we are. So Ron, don't worry about it, Ron. Your channel is doing great. Your channel is doing more than great, man. You hear me, Ron? This is the only restaurant in town. I think that Taco Bell is closed. I haven't ate since I do like 24-hour fast, but it's like 34 hours now. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, Ron, if you have any questions, just email me, let me know. You know, Miss Nodland, she has my number. You know, she knows. I don't play around. You know, her and her husband are real cool people. And but you know what? I think they closed the doors. I don't think I'll go inside. I don't buy McDonald's that much, but I'll probably get like a chicken salad if it's open. I doubt it. Yeah, everybody in here, just help each other out, man. That's what it's all about. Hey, it's open. I'm out, guys.